I hope you are all doing very well. Today too, you have come to a class of home economics, and we are going to look at cooking of food. But before we proceed, let me ask, have you eaten? What did you eat? And how is it prepared? Good. Yes? Alright. So you were talking of mommy cooking the food. Mommy cooked the food. And what food precisely? Porridge. Well, good. Now let's look at the meaning of cooking. Cooking is a process of making food edible and more digestible by the use of heat. So we cook with heat, and the heat comes in different forms. But we are going to look at the heat method in cooking. There are basically two kinds of heating methods in cooking food. We have the wet method and we have the dry heat method. When we talk of the wet method, it is where we add water to the food that we are cooking, such as boiling, steaming, stewing, poaching. We will come to this when you get to Form 3. Then we have the dry heat method. The dry heat method is where we use the dry heat, or we put the food on something just to absorb the heat directly from the coal pot or the oven. So we have the grilling, we have baking, we have roasting and toasting. All right. We are going to look at ways of heat transfer, how heats are being transferred. We have the conduction method. The heat travels through a solid medium, that is a metal. Anything that you place on the heat, it could be a saucepan or a pot or anything. That's metal. Get heated when it is on fire. The heat is then transferred onto the food. Example, boiling and frying. Then we have convection. Heated gases and liquid rise and hover around the food and cook. Yes, that is when you put your medium on the fire, or at times we use the grilling. You put the grill on it, then you put your food on it. Then the heat that hovers over it cook your food for you. So we have baking and steaming. Then also we have radiation. The heat travels from its source onto the food directly. Example, grilling or roasting. That is all that we could say today. Now, when we come to the radiation, that is said, we can have roasting of plantain, grilling of meat or chicken. Then when we come to convection, we can have baking. You know, we bake bread, we bake meat pie, we bake chips. Some chips are being baked. We have baked chips, cake, and all that falls under convection. Then when we come to conduction, we have stewing, we have frying of fish, anything that we fry. Then we have boiling, anything that we boil, yam, rice, and all that over there. Learners, thank you so much for listening to me today. Don't go away. Exercise will be right there for you to do it. So on this note, I draw the curtains down.